ear beforehand. So this is also my ear cleaning video for a dog. It's important to thoroughly clean the ears before applying any sort of otic medication because the maximum amount of absorption of the medication occurs in clean ears. When I clean ears, I typically don't like to squirt the epiotic into the animal's ear for this reason. You get a face full of ear cleaning solution when the dog shakes its ear. My preferred method is to squirt some epiotic onto some gauze and Q-tips and use those to swab out the ear, using the gauze first, then the Q-tips to get a little more detail, and then dry it thoroughly with some dry gauze or cotton of some sort. The only time I typically will squirt the epiotic or other cleaning solution into the ear is if it is especially dirty and I really want to work that gunk out of there.
And I do have to do both ears. I don't know why, but I do.
Like a lot of things in veterinary medicine, ear cleaning is an art that everyone perfects individually. Everyone has a different technique. Also, I should have mentioned before, when medicating an animal by mouth with a pill or a tablet, in place of your fingers, sometimes, not necessarily with dogs, but especially for cats, the use of a pill gun may save your fingers and be a little bit easier. If you stick the pill gun in the corner of the cat's mouth, typically it forces them to open their mouth. This also works with a syringe if you're giving liquid medication, and you can pop it back instead of using your fingers and hold the mouth closed at that point.
Do you mind if I put a teeny drop of Animax in each ear?
Anytime you're medicating a patient, no matter what type of medication, you want to make sure that you have the 5 R's. The right medication for the right patient at the right dosage, the right time, and the right route.
She looks sad. Just a tiny bit. Okay, what a good girl.
What do I hit?
The red button.
Applying eye medication may require more than one person. Lift the top lid and apply the medication onto the eyeball, not touching the tip of the applicator to the eyeball, and allow that top lid to distribute the medication over the entire eye. If you have drops and ointment, apply the drops first and wait 5 to 10 minutes before applying the ointment so that the drops may distribute. When applying any sort of topical or dermal ointment or medication, you always want to wear gloves. First, prepare the site by scrubbing with some surgical scrub and wiping with alcohol until the area is clean. Thoroughly dry it and apply the medication wearing gloves to the affected area.
Get a little white hair on her muzzle. Not allowed. Not allowed, Mimi.
She has the little pokey, itchy type thing.
Yes, the fur that you can never get out of anything.
Yep.
Beds, carpet, couches.
For a subcutaneous injection, Prepare the site with a little bit of alcohol just to clean it, make sure there's no dirt that you're going to transmit through
I'm trying to get you
into the
because if I do
body
it the long
cavity
way,
with
I
that
don't. I
needle.
cut you off.
Make a skin tent wherever the medication is going, typically between the shoulder blades. Insert the needle at a slight angle at the base of the tent. Aspirate back to make sure you're not in a vessel and you're not pulling air back because you've gone all the way through, and inject the medication. Intradermal injections use about the same technique. You just want to make sure your needle is smaller and shorter so that you don't go through to the subcutaneous layer and you're actually injecting the medication into the dermis. Hold the needle at a parallel angle to the skin, aspirate back, and then inject.
Yay. What do?
Expressing the anal glands of a dog or a cat can be a very messy and very smelly procedure, so I like to have everything I need before I begin. A paper towel spritz with waterless shampoo for quick cleanup at the end, dry paper towels for collection of the anal fluid, and a nice canine feline body spray to spritz on after we finish so that the animal smells nice for the owner. Begin by applying a generous amount of lubrication to a gloved finger. Insert that finger gently into the anus and locate the anal glands. If you're looking at a clock face, they are about at 8 and 4 o'clock. You want to milk the fluid out of the anal gland, squeezing gently but with firm pressure up and out on both sides. Anal gland in there, and you just have to sort of milk it on out. Every animal is different. A lot of people describe the anal glands as feeling like kidney beans or peas. My dogs typically feel like lima beans. They're very large. Some animals may be more difficult to express than others. It really varies by patient, as does the actual fluid that is excreted. It may be anywhere from thick and paste-like to watery and any varying number of colors. Stop. And we will go ahead and do the right one. I am not talented enough at this point to be able to switch my hands, switch and do the other anal gland with the same hand, so I have to switch hands. And for the right one, I use my left hand. So again, lots of lube. Find the gland and just have to milk it out. And it seems that his right one isn't very full. Okay. Alright, so once that. When performing a nail trim, it's important to choose the correct tool, the correct size of tool, and have some quick stop or any other sort of styptic powder available just in case you hit the quick of the nail, the blood vessel that runs through it.
Mac is the same way. He's a big baby.
Dogs do not have retractable claws, and they may have clear or dark nails, which may or may not allow you to visualize the quick. If the dog has darker nails, I will typically cut slowly and use one nail as a guideline for how far up the nail I can cut before I hit the quick. Keep the cutting edge of the blade to the bottom of the nail for
needs a bath and a nail
best results.
I don't think a bath is on my list. No, are you sure? Are you sure?
Cats do have retractable claws, so you have to actually extend the claw in order to clip it. The quicks are typically easy to see. Most cats have clear nails, and you're able to visualize the pink vessel very easily.
Good boy, Rigby.
Cats also typically have their own special type of nail trimmer, specially made smaller for those tiny cat paws.
It's very specific for some reason.